I'm Gaz, and this is Let's Quickly Play 80's Overdrive. This is a two-dimensional racing game with pixel art and retro wave, synthwave music. So if you're into that, let's continue. So I've already played the game for a little bit here, and completed some of the races. As you win a race, it seems to unlock a couple others, and you do have to win them, because as you can see here, these blue stars indicate races that I have not gotten first place in, and doing that is not enough to unlock more red stars, so you definitely have to win. Fortunately, you can go back and re-complete some of the races, which is useful because you get the money back, although it seems to be diminishing every time you do it. This is necessary because another aspect of this game is, of course, the car. So you can upgrade your vehicle in various things. You can add things. I've got a radar which detects police and gives me a nitro boost. I can buy those separately. And then, of course, there are better vehicles. But this right here is kind of where all of this comes in, because each of these races costs you money to enter as the fee. And if you don't win at least third place, then you don't get any money, so you can see how you just dwindle, and I assume you dwindle to nothing. I don't know. I guess you can actually lose the game that way, is my understanding. This game is obviously keyboard oriented, but it has the ability to choose in your vehicle here to have manual transmission, and I'm not really sure how that works. I do not want to try it. The game is a little bit hectic as it is. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. Let's take, you know what, I want to take a race that I've already raced, because I want to upgrade my car. I've been struggling really hard to get my car upgraded, so let's do this one. So you see here, it tells you what the environment is going to look like, who you're racing. There are 19 NPCs that you were fighting. So it tells you the width of the various lanes, minimum and maximum, and this becomes important because some of these are very narrow and there's a lot of vehicles on them. You have to avoid them. This has low traffic and few police. That's what the radar is for. I don't know that it's actually useful. I don't know how to actually slow down enough that the police won't chase you, but at least it tells you that they're coming up, and they basically just act like obstacles. So we're going to spend some money and hopefully make enough, and if I do at least get second place, I should be able to upgrade my car. So when you upgrade your car, and let's go back to that real quick, it costs a lot of money to upgrade your car piecemeal, and so you can see here, this costs a lot of money to upgrade to the next car, but the stats that you get, it's probably worth it at some point to just not upgrade your vehicle too much, not sink too much money into it, and then just go with go with your a newer vehicle. Also, before I forget, it has a level editor. I have not looked at that, but that is very interesting. I guess that's a way to increase replayability for sure, but given how this game is... oh, this has changed already. We came back and the game has changed. There are now no police, very, very low traffic, but we're now racing 3 people, 2 of which are right ahead of me in position. I am currently at 20th. It seems to me like the AI can increase its position along with you, unlike classic arcade games and whatnot. It doesn't keep them at a fixed point, which you will inevitably get beyond. Anyway, let's go ahead and start a race here. So this is probably the coolest part of the game, and what will inevitably get me copyright strikes. And so enjoy the video while you can. But there's a lot of retro wave. Let's do this one, and synthwave music. Yeah. So anyway, here we are, and this is very, very reminiscent of old arcade games, old racing games with the actual box with the steering wheel and the pedals and whatnot. But I don't remember. There was a couple on like the Super Nintendo. I don't remember the name of them. That seems to be what this is more or less a clone of. Of course, with more frames and therefore smoother animation. But I do definitely think that the pixel art is pretty fantastic in this, and the music suits it very well. And it's otherwise a pretty basic game. I mean, the controls are simple, and I don't mean that to be a bad thing. It actually is definitely what would keep someone like me playing this game, even though I don't generally do racing games. So this one is pretty smooth, pretty simple. It would have been a little bit more difficult with the police. The police are basically just hanging out on the road. Thankfully, they seem to be at fixed points, so you can kind of learn where they are on the level. The radar that I had, that I bought, would show up at the top there, alongside the track position bar on the left. It would show how close I was to finding a cop car. And the MO of the cops seems to basically be to just ram you and try to pull you over, but they can't pull you over unless you go a certain speed. So like if you take too much damage, or if you run into something, you will slow down, but if you take too much damage, that seems to be enough that even if you're still going, it's like, yeah, you're done. And this fucking guy. Thankfully I did not lose position. There are some enemies with pretty snazzy cars, and it is very difficult to get a one-up on them, which is why I desperately want to upgrade my vehicle so I can actually have a chance at winning some of the new races that I have unlocked. You saw all those blue stars. Those were stars, or courses, I should say, with racers that were difficult to beat with just what I've got right now. It doesn't help, too, to constantly be refueling and repairing damage at the end of every race. As you can see, I've already taken 8% damage. I'm not really sure what effect that has on your vehicle, like if it lowers your top speed or your maneuverability or whatever. All I've seen so far, like I said, is damage correlating to the police being able to pull you over. Let's give ourselves a boost here. Those boosts are... I get 2 boosts per race, but they recharge at the end of every race. So I don't have to keep spending money on that. Okay, I've got enough for that, so I'm also going to just... You know what? We don't need to repair the car. We're going to get a new one. So let's continue. And, yeah. So let's go to the car. We'll pick this one. Got a pretty significant boost, but it's also got bumpers, which are pretty much what's going to help me here to fix the repair problem. They're way higher than these. Okay, so let's grab these, and I have to put all my stuff back on it. Oh no, I didn't know that. So it's blue. Okay, so back to the grind, I guess. Unfortunately, I kind of want to get this, but I need some cash to be able to pay for entry into the races. So let's try. Oh boy, that is significant. 2 stars, I'm not really sure I like that. 2 of the racers I need to beat. Few police, we will see. Let's do... Sure. Let's see. So, a strategy that sometimes the AI seems to do is cross over the median. But there must be a trick to it. I think coming on the convex side, as opposed to the concave side, you basically need to get out of the dirt as quickly as possible, because even a couple excuse me, a couple seconds being slowed down will put you behind significantly. Thank you, police. So yeah, that's the cop car, and I'm not doing so well there. Generally the police, well, they'll give up after three tries. Generally the police try to swoop in. So it's kind of is important to swerve a little bit, otherwise they will ram you. But if you are on the outside of the road, I think you have more of a chance of them hitting you, because they, like I said, they like to come in from the outside and then swoop in to the inside. Taking lots of damage. Lots of expensive damage. which is disheartening because my bumpers are supposed to be a lot better than my last car. So, an interesting thing, you know, this is a two-dimensional game in a three-dimensional, simulating a three-dimensional world, right? But the position of collision can actually help or hinder you. So, like, if the game determines, and it must determine based upon, like, the y-axis or something in the programming, but if you hit a vehicle, like I just did there, on what the game detects as being the upper side of my car, like the upper wheels, God, I'm at 50% already, it'll slow you down. But if it detects hitting the rear wheels, you can pretty much knock them off course or slow them down. So, or in the case of the first cop car I came across, it will thrust me forward. So there's some interesting hit detection going on there. And we haven't really seen it so much in this. God damn it. That slows me down so much. I haven't seen it so much in this course, but there are some courses which are not flat. Oh, what? Oh, because I don't have nitro on this one. Ah! Nonetheless, I beat the race. And the car... What? I thought you said the bumpers were supposed to make this cheaper. Wowzers. Okay, well... Wow! Wowdy wow wow. Man. Still not there. Still not there. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about the AI not staying in a fixed lead position. So let's try one more and let's see if I can actually get into 19th rank. Here we go again. That's him right there. Long, low, and no police. Let's do it. That one actually, yeah. Let's go back to this. I was gonna try and give a different artist. There's like 4 different artists on this soundtrack, but I kind of wish there was a shuffle feature, because the way you select tracks is basically to scroll through all of them, and that's a little bit cumbersome. Probably should have figured on buying nitro. The radar is kind of nice, but like I said, there's not really much you can do once you find the police. I really don't think... I mean, obviously, if you slow down, you're going to lose, so like, there's no point in doing that. It does not go after the AI, which is kind of lame. Even if the AI just triggered it, because it could still be in the way chasing the AI. But whatever. But yeah, like once you've found the cop, you just have to outrun him. Which, you know, is what an 80s cool dude would do anyhow, right? And I don't know if you can hear it so much. Probably need headphones. But there's the general hum of your own engine, but you can also at times pick up your opponents. And it definitely has directional speakers capability because you can hear it on your left or your right. So what that's good for is basically just knowing, you know, if you've got someone on your tail, you could maybe slam on the brakes and screw them up just a little bit. It's actually pretty amazing, the difference in this vehicle compared to my last one. But, you know, I guess that kind of... Oh, jeez. I guess that kind of... kind of helps with progression. Okay, we're a bit far back now, but we're still not quite done with this. I might still be able to catch up. what I mean by progression is that it gives you a reason to keep playing. You know, like you are going to. I guess it sticks to pretty classic game design elements of ramping up difficulty, plateauing so that you can get good, and then ramping up again. That's pretty standard design. And I'm actually very approving. That's my opponent right up there. Very approving of that for these guys. Like I said, this isn't really the sort of game I play, but it's pretty good. It does not have co-op though. That is one thing. And based upon the menu, the menu is very big button. Mobile type menu, and I'm not sure this is a mobile game, but it'd been fun, especially, you know, since this is. Oh, I was about to hit my nitro and remembered I didn't have nitro. We're gonna buy nitro and 12%. What the hell? Maybe I've misread that. I seem to have misread something about the bumpers because I'm taking a lot of damage and it's expensive. Boy, this is. We didn't get very much when you think about the service costs plus your entry fee, like, significantly eats into your prize there. However, oh, what? I only got 1 point for that? Probably because I already ran the race. I think that's what's going on there. So you're getting points for your position in the race, but I already got points for getting like second or third, so it's only giving you the extra points for getting into first, is what's going on there. We're gonna buy nitro. So the next car I would need is quite out there as far as price. Okay. Improves car's grip, also makes repairs cheaper. Steering, improves turning radius and gives you more control while skidding. Engine, you want good speed acceleration, okay. Greater fuel consumption, interesting, okay. Well, shoot, I don't know, I mean, right now I think this is a pretty decent vehicle. I think I can save up a bit. It's going to cost a bit to go more, and you know what? Let's take another one. I want to finish another one here. High traffic, no police. Yeah, all right, let's do it. Let's pick one more. Sure. Yeah, okay, whatever. And we can definitely see the traffic. So, I don't know that I've mentioned this, but getting a good start seems to significantly affect how well you're going to do in the race. As you can see, it gets you past at least half the racers, and that seems to be, so far, the trend. As you can see, I've done about, 12 races now, maybe? And it always seems to be the trend that about half of them will get a bad start. I'm sure as time goes on and you're facing better racers and that star rating goes up, they become better drivers, but it seems like a lot of them, damn it, spin out early on. And so getting past them is kind of critical in the early races. So basically what I'm getting at is, if you don't get a good start, just restart the race. And in fact, you can restart the race as many times as you want. And that seems to be a thing that's kind of important for not just running yourself into the ground money-wise. Because if you can't get an ending position, top 3, and honestly I would say top 2, the money you get from third place is not worth it. Basically, if you can't win the race, just restart. And what that allows you to do is save your money, the entry fee and all that. It resets the repair and your fuel and all that stuff. It restarts the race. And what you can also do then, you know, if you've tried to restart the race 4 or 5 times and still haven't won, you can always just quit and go back to the main menu, and it'll be like none of it ever happened. So it's kind of a way to cheese a little bit, but since I do not know if you can actually lose if you run out of money, it may be a way to prevent sort of an actual game over, or at the very least, you know, spending needless amounts of time trying to regain lost money. All those blue stars, that's kind of what I did before I realized, well, I don't need to be finishing races I'm not going to win. And I lost probably too much money. And that's when I also realized that I could just go back to the very first easy beginner race and make some quick cash just doing that over and over again, knowing that I was going to win easy mode race and build myself back up a little bit. Now, okay. I thought this said, oh, I do have nitro. Boost to the finish. I thought it said that there was a lot of cars, a lot of traffic in this one. Not too bad though. I'm still confused about the damage. It seems to be a lot. Like a lot. But I think I'll let that one go there. One more race. Should I make an attempt at winning a fresh race? Maybe, just so I can get to that position. I want to get that position several... Okay. No police, low. 2-star opponents, it's a short race. It's kind of expensive. Let's give it a try. One last one. This actually doesn't take... Maximum Overdrive. This actually doesn't take too long. All I want to do is just get out of 20th and get a little bit better. So sometimes the AI is a little erratic, sometimes it's just a little vicious, and there's definitely, you know, just the sort of tension that racing games in general have. But otherwise, it's kind of a chill game, and I like it. I like that, too. I don't know if I finished that thought. I was kind of mentioning it earlier, but for a two-dimensional flat world simulating 3D, it's cool how they also simulate the elevation in terrain and put little bumpy bumps and whatnot in that, too. I kind of understand how these games were made. I'm sure this game is made the same way as the games from the 80s and 90s, but back in my dabbling in game design, I came across how to make games like this, and really games like Space Harrier that kind of use this technique. It's pretty interesting, but if this game is made in the same way, it's also pretty impressive the way that they then program in the hills and whatnot. It makes me curious about how you edit maps. You know what? Let's give that a look. We're gonna win here. Let's give that a look before we finish the game here. Okay, so yeah, much easier with better vehicles. Definitely improve your vehicles. Yay, I'm number 19 now, but see, he went up too. So maybe that is a thing. I don't know. We're gonna be contending with these guys for a while, though, I would imagine. And what is 96? Yeah, I don't even know how. You've spent so much time. Let's look at the level editor. Enter code. New level. Sure. Sharpness, sleep. Okay, so minimum of 3 lanes. Let's make a minimum of 4 lanes. Steepness, 1. It's pretty flat. Damn it! I don't want to grab that thing. See, this is what I'm talking about. This thing, this feels like very mobile menu interface here. Yeah, let's give it a try. Empty name. I didn't get to choose the theme, or wait a minute. I guess there was, wasn't there? Edit. Theme. Damn it! That is really... The fact that I can't use my mouse to make this go up and down is really upsetting. So yeah, there's the theme. Meadow. Let's make it... Elite City, sure. So yeah, it's... Well, I guess we'll find out what it's like. It's not like I actually get to draw the... Fuck! Okay, you guys need to work on your interface. Oh. And the keys just move... Okay, whatever. Anyway. So it's not like you actually get to draw your thing there. Give it a shot. Which is kind of what I thought was going to be the case, but no. We're just time trialing our own map here, I guess. Did I just literally just pick a straight map? I think I did. I should have been paying more attention to the dials. I think I just picked a straight map. Okay. Yeah. Let's edit that. Let's look at this again. Let's put a little bit of traffic in. There's the lanes. Steepness, hills, meh. Curves, sharpness. Okay, let's... 10 curves? Straight length, 1. The extent of them. So maybe a little longer? I don't know. Let's leave it at 1 there and see what it does. So that must be the waves. Interesting. So we'll save it and play it again. And let's just see. Let's just see. It's added traffic. I burned out there. That's nice. There's a curve. Okay, so that's fun. You can literally just make a drag race. A very, very long drag race. But I guess, you know, you could also just make a map if you're just going for a drive and want to listen to the music or something like that. Was that it? There's just the one curve? Okay, that's awkward. I'm not sure I enjoy that. Oh, here's another curve. You bastard. I think it would be very difficult to make any kind of interesting map just based on those controls. Well, it's an interesting feature anyway. It gives you some extendability to the game, for sure. We're just going to see that one gone, and we're going to call it here. So yeah, 80's Overdrive. Interesting little game, kind of fun if you're into that. That's it. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.